Welcome to this tutorial. We're just about to take our journey, learn about JavaScript. Take your seat as we run through this program to introduce JavaScript. As you understand, the development of web pages of course was brought to life by use of HTML. But ideally, JavaScript is simply a web scripting language which is used to give power to the website, that is dynamically make the components behave in a manner that HTML uses. It is worthy to note, and in this note that we are noting here, I simply mean scripting language. Mark and underscore that word, because scripting languages might not fully, in some cases, people have argued that they are not fully programming languages as such. But we will dig deeper on that. So HTML forms the content of the web page. That could be tables, that could be texts, that could be lists, and many others. The CSS, on the other hand, is used to customize. Like you may customize the outlook of your table, the customization of maybe how your lists appear, and other colors, fonts, and so on and so forth. Now JavaScript would now give life to the HTML and CSS. We are using this JavaScript to make the website dynamic. What do we mean by dynamic? It means that the content can be changing over time even if you have not refreshed your website. We have what we call static websites. These are websites that their content is not going to change anytime soon. There's nothing like you click and something happens. That is a dynamic website. That is a static website. A dynamic one is the one which you can be able to customize and probably change the text. The images can move from one point to another. I'll be showing these things. Then why JavaScript? A very important question that you need to answer is that one, JavaScript is very popular, and it is supported by so many frameworks outside here. So JavaScript has got a very big, I would call it a community of developers or a community of JavaScript. It's a very powerful programming scripting language which is majorly used for front-end development. But you know what? It is growing beyond the front end. It's now going to the back end. I'll be showing you that in a minute. Then again, JavaScript, I've already mentioned this, offers a lot of customization and flexibility to you as a user. You can be able to change quite a number of things. You would actually understand that if you have a clear understanding of JavaScript, you are ready for the market and be able to develop some applications. JavaScript again is very versatile. That means it supports development of various platforms. You can develop an application which is meant for a mobile phone, or meant for a tablet, meant for web, or even desktop application. So that is what we call versatility of this programming language. I already mentioned this. There is a point here that I need to just emphasize. But today, JavaScript is going beyond the non-front end. Front end simply means the user interface, the one which you interact with as you visit the website. Now it's also going to the back end, that is to handle issues of the database. And we are using a framework called Node.js here to be able to understand, or rather be able to develop an application on the back end of the server. But In classification, JavaScript is purely classified under what we call the front-end scripting language. So we can use JavaScript to make web applications, mobile applications, web-based games. Those are games that you can be able to access via the browser. Now your first program in Java looks like this. You cannot do away with these HTML tags. You have to work with them along with it, because we are going to execute this statement on a browser. So look here, you have this is HTML and then body. Then we have this line. Now it uses a script language, and then it says the script language is JavaScript. That's how you write it. And then the type will be text stroke JavaScript, and you close with that. And then this is a function that we use to output data on the screen. So what we are going to see on this particular screen, if we run our browser, we will see hello world. All the syntax. Syntax is simply the rules of writing a program, and these rules run from how do you declare variables, how do you perform some calculations. Like right here, this is how you declare a variable. You use let. In the olden times, people are using what we call var to declare a variable, but now the newest version of JavaScript allows us to use the word let x. Then we are assigning the value using this sign, and the value is 5. This is let y. We are making a variable called y. A variable is simply a container to carry data, and we are assigning a value of 6. Then now, how then do you compute? Look at this one, let z. We are defining a variable z here, but originally we had defined x and y, and we had even assigned them values. So when you do this, this is the operation which is called arithmetic or additional operation. We expect that z is going to return a value of 11. JavaScript accepts two kinds of values. We have what we call literals. Those are fixed values, values that do not change, like maybe numbers, even text or strings. Those are literals. Variables, on the other hand, we are talking of things that change. A variable is, as I had mentioned, a container that keeps data. So the data can change. The value of the data on a given container can change, and that is very true. Then you have statements in a JavaScript are just like this. Majority of the statements are separated by using this semicolon. Anytime you see a semicolon, that is mark the end of a statement. Like this statement here defines variable called y, variable called z, and of course we have x, and then it ends here. At this point in time, we have not even defined the data type of these variables, but I'll be explaining what how are they treated then by the system. Then we have this, we have the second statement, a third and the fourth. Those are statements. Then comments. How do you do the issue of comments in JavaScript? Comments, as defined in most of the programming languages, are simply statements that are not executed by the compiler. In this case, JavaScript is not on a compiler, it's rather on a browser. So the browser would be able to do what? To render this information as you combine it with HTML. But I need to mention that JavaScript is not Java. Probably I had mentioned Java at some point. Java is not JavaScript. These are two separate programming languages. JavaScript is used for scripting, or web scripting. Java, on the other hand, is used in developing applications, which can also be web-based, but is fully fledged programming language. It stands on its own. Java depends on HTML and maybe CSS. Now look at this. We have what we call single line comment. As you can see, those forward slashes, double forward slashes. Those double forward slashes mean that you are making a comment which is only going to span within a single line. On the other hand, when you have this is an asterisk, I want you to look at this. There is this / followed by an asterisk. Then we are assuming this is our comment, just like down here. This is our comment. And then we have the asterisk, then we close by the /. That is what we call multi-line comments or block comments. Those are comments that span more than one line. The browser would skip this. And I need to mention this again for the record of, for the purpose of record, that JavaScript is one of the interpreted languages. It's not compiled, it's interpreted. That is to say, it is executed line after line. Now the outputs in Java that you need to be aware, we have the first one is using writing on an HTML element, using inner HTML or inner text. This is for a single HTML element. Probably want to change the text color of a given element in HTML, then we use this method here. Then we have what we call the document.write. That is used to display data, or rather the information on a screen. Then writing into an alert box, like you want to send an alert that says don't cancel, or are you sure you want to cancel, or you've seen alerts. Yes, you use window.alert to do that. Writing into the browser, a console browser, you use console.log. And so just like that, that is how you do it in doing your work. So let me show you how we can have our first this content here. Just want to copy it, and then I would head direct to what we call Notepad. I would want to save this Notepad. I will paste it. I'll paste it there. Then I would want to save this Notepad with an extension of not HTML, but HTML. So I want to save it somewhere where I can be able to retrieve it very fast, and that would be probably where it is now, here. So I'm going to paste it here, and let me just call it index.html. So when I read it, so let me override. When I go to that particular environment here and find index here, if I load this, you would look at how it is. This is what we have, the output of this here. I can even change this one and say we are learning JavaScript. We're learning JavaScript. And then if I save, then come back here and then refresh, you can see. So that is how you put your data on a JavaScript. And in this case, we are using what? Write, a document.write, where I can have another line. Like just as you can see, I can have document.write. Then I'm going to quote. So here I can have this beginning on another line like that. This is interesting. This is interesting. And then I will quote. Then I will end that, and then end there. Then I'll save it again, and then rush to the other end, and there you can see I have 2 lines now. So that is how you do. That's your first program in JavaScript, and just like that, you are on the road to understand how to work with JavaScript and be a better developer tomorrow. Enjoy and share this content if you found it useful.